What is going on, investors? My name is Emmanuel, and HCMC shareholders, we have a lot to get through in this video because Philip Morris, they have issued a reply and it doesn't look like they are backing down. So we have to go through all of the key updates because, as you can see here, the last update that we had in my previous update video was back from Thursday, January 28th. But as you can see here, on February, they actually decided to strengthen their legal team. And as of yesterday, they submitted a motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim. We're going to go through all of these key updates from Philip Morris. And I do actually want to make this clear before we proceed. I have no expertise in this field, okay? My expertise, I work in the healthcare sector. I'm a reporting radiographer in MRI. So I have no experience in terms of law. I'm not a law graduate. I'm just reading what's being presented before me, and I'm also getting feedback from other people who have more experience with regards to law and just getting their feedback. And I've compiled all of that feedback and I'll be sharing that with you in this video today. As well as that, I also want us to go through the recent share price action because it's been brutal, because all of our support levels are getting decimated right now. And it's not necessarily the fault of HCMC. The general market is of a bearish sentiment right now, and as a result, all stocks are down. It's not just HCMC, but we're going to take a look at some of the technicals and I'll tell you what I expect from the share price going forward. And lastly, I do want to make my position in HCMC very, very clear because I have been receiving some negative comments. So here is my official position in HCMC. I invested in HCMC very early on, back in January. My cost price per share was 0.0009. And I picked up 2 million shares of this company at that time. It cost me about £2,000. Now, that was money that I was prepared to lose from the beginning. So, of course, share price had a massive run up after that. And I decided to sell 1 million shares when I was over 100% in profit. And that essentially means that I've now pulled out that initial £2,000 that I invested. And I have 1 million shares pretty much at zero risk. So I am invested in this company pretty much for free. All of my shares have already been paid for and I have no risk in this company. So I'm more inclined to hold on to my position because it's pretty much risk-free for me. So that is my position. If you have money in this stock and you are down, it's completely different. You need to reassess your position. You need to look at all the information that I'm providing you in this video and make an informed decision. I can't make your decision for you. Like I said, I'm in a completely different boat because I have zero risk left in. So I am happy to ride this company for as long as it takes, okay? So now you know my position in this company and we've got that out of the way. Let's get back to the juicy stuff. So here's the official filing from Philip Morris. It was filed on the 24th of February 2021. It's pretty much a notice of appearance. It's Henry D. Fellows Jr., ESQ, of the law firm Fellows Labriola, LLP, hereby enters his appearance as counsel of record for defendant Philip Morris Products S.A. in the above styled action. And as well as Henry, the additional personnel was called Michael C. Gretchen, ESQ, hereby enters his appearance and joins Henry D. Fellows, ESQ, and they're both from the same law firm, which is Labriola, LLP, as counsel of record for defendant Philip Morris Products S.A. in the above styled action. Now, there's been a lot of questions regarding this. There's been a lot of fear that's being spread online. And what I've decided to do was compile the top 3 questions and also the best responses that I saw from people who have more experience than I do. And all of the answers was from a gentleman called Jaw Som Source. If you're watching this, I just want to give you a shout out. And I thought your reply was incredible. So thank you for making it all make sense for all of us. So the first most popular question that I saw was, what does this appearance filing thing mean? The reply was, it means that those lawyers are now part of the team representing Philip Morris. If you want the court to know you're representing a party in a case, you have to file an appearance. This is very typical in any case where more than one attorney is involved, especially if the party doesn't pick their legal team until later in the case. These documents are purely procedural to say, hey, they're with us now. Okay, so that was one of the most popular questions, and I thought this answer pretty much clears the air. So that answers that. So the second most popularly asked question was, does it mean Philip Morris just hired some heavy hitters to fight the suit? I'm not even gonna lie, that was my first question. I thought Philip Morris, they've just brought in the big dogs. But his reply again was very professional, and I thought, let's share it. It means nothing other than these two lawyers are now going on record with the court to say they are representing Philip Morris in this case. They could have been hired by Philip Morris a decade ago, or yesterday, or any time in between. The filing is just to tell the court that it can talk to them when it comes to Philip Morris in this case. You don't have to file an appearance to do behind the scenes work with a client. You have to file one to be able to sign the documents and appear in front of the judge. Okay, so again, very, very professionally answered by Joe Source. And it put me at ease, okay, because I did initially think Philip Morris are trying to crush HCMC. And the third question was, what does all this likely mean for our stock? And I think that's probably the most important question. And his reply again was very professional. The case will keep going until we hear otherwise. That's it. That's all that can happen here. Reading into the procedural documents is dangerous because we have absolutely no idea what is in the legal team's mindsets, the documents they make, or the discussions they have. We'd of course love for a big settlement to happen, but we can't possibly know what's going to happen because we are not Philip Morris or HCMC's lawyers. The bottom line is that the procedural filings are normal for a case this large, and really for cases of any size. So again, I think this is a very fair reply to that question. And the answer is, in the long term, nobody really knows. I can tell you for free, in the short term, this has scared off a lot more weak hands because the share price has been tumbling. Again, it could be because the overall market sentiment is bearish, but I do believe people are giving up and people are selling their shares. So in the short term, this is obviously affecting the share price in a negative manner, but in the long term, again, nobody really knows. Now, with regards to the motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim, this was a reply that I saw on Investor Hub, and I thought, again, the answer made complete sense, so I'm going to share it with you. It said the motion to dismiss is standard practice. It will be denied. Our very prominent law firm would never have taken this case on a contingency basis if they did not think they could win. And this was a point that I brought up in one of my HCMC videos. The CEO of HCMC went to law school and he has practiced in law, according to his LinkedIn profile. And he goes on to say that Philip Morris will stretch this out as far as they can, but you can bet we have a case and they will ultimately try to settle or get smacked hard by a jury. If motion to dismiss is denied, you can bet it's because they did not provide sufficient proof. And although it may take some time, HCMC will be successful in their lawsuit. Again, this reply made sense, but it is very biased, okay? So this was from a user called Don't Snow Me, all right? But I did like his reply there. Now, what does this all mean for the share price? As you can see, it's been a brutal week this week. It's been very, very bearish, and we have now been trending lower. We've broken through all key support levels, and we do look like we're about to test the support level at 0.0021. And if we break through this support level, investors, it's bad news. We are going lower, all right? There's just no easy way of putting it. So my suggestion to you is this. I would put a stop loss in place just below this support level. And if price hits it, you're going to have to cut your losses. And if you still do believe that HCMC could win this lawsuit, or if you are bullish on the company in general, then you could potentially re-enter. But it is not looking good. And that's just me being completely 100% honest with you. So now we have an official response from Philip Morris. The ball is now in HCMC's court, and I do believe they are going to fight it. I don't believe they're going to back down. And I do think they're going to contend this motion of dismissal. So we just have to remain patient and wait for a reply from HCMC. And as soon as we have that reply from HCMC, I'll be bringing it to you straight on my YouTube channel. So if you're new to the channel and you want to keep up to date with everything regarding HCMC and the Philip Morris lawsuit, make sure you smash that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And also remember, none of this is financial advice. If you do want to learn about investing in stocks, there are some useful links in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.